Okay, I've got like 30 minutes. Okay, I've got like 30 minutes before the Noble Antiques and Curiosities in the East Ridge Antique District in Chattanooga closes. 30 minutes. So I'm likely not to buy anything. I thought I'd pop in anyway and just see. I'm still looking for blue and white dishes. You know, maybe because I guess they're kind of trending right now. I don't know. Are they? Maybe people are buying them up. I'm having a harder time finding them. Today I am on the hunt for blue and white dishes. So let's go see what we can find. I may have to go to more than one place. I'm in Chattanooga today, heading back home to Kentucky this evening, and I only have a few hours. But I really want some blue and white plates for my dining room wall. And but I don't want to spend a lot of money. Yes, on Friday I had found some blue and white plates in Dirty Jane's antique shop, and they were like $20 a piece. And I'm hoping to find plates for less than that. So let's go see. I don't know if I can do it. So, I don't know. I don't like paying $20 a plate. I may have to. Well, obviously I don't have to do anything. I could go with something else. I don't know. We'll see.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring.
I happened to find a lot of blue and white dishes, and they're really not a bad price. So lots of blue willow and some others. They're really pretty. I may just be taking some home with me.
My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody else. No one will ever take me, no one will ever take me away from you. I promise I will hold on to you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Without you. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high.
I found more. So pretty. That one's only $6. I'm probably nuts, y'all, but you know, after I was trying to figure out which, because I was so excited. I found some blue and white china. Actually, this store this time around had a lot of it. I don't shop in this particular one as often. I usually, I don't know, you know, because like sometimes you're looking for different things at different times, and you know, so sometimes you go in a store and you're like, I'm not looking for anything in this store. But anyway, so they had a ton, like lots of booths that had blue and white china. I did not have time to go through the entire shop. I think I went through about half of it. I was moving pretty quickly and I was only looking for blue and white dishes. So I didn't really pay attention to anything else, but, and you know, I only had 30 minutes, so they were closing. I started checking out about 5 minutes ago, and it's 6 now. So anyway, you know, after when I was like trying to pick out which pieces I wanted, and I was trying to think where I would use them, and then I started thinking, well, maybe blue and white. I haven't actually tested it against my wallpaper. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe it would be better for me to do like vintage ironstone or something. I don't know. My dining room kind of has a, I want to say it's like a French country or Italian country vintage wallpaper on it, and I'm definitely going to share that with you again in this video. If you're new here and you haven't seen it yet, but we had found that wallpaper probably 12 years ago when we pulled off I think they had renovated the house maybe in the 60s or 70s, and it had like this goldish greenish kind of leaf pattern wallpaper that kind of had a shine to it. Anyway, so we had been living in the house for a number of years, and one day I wanted to paint. I wanted to freshen up the dining room, and so we decided to pull off the wallpaper. Well, underneath it, there was this vintage pastoral scene with sheep and shepherds and trees, and it's beautiful. I was kind of shocked when we found it, and you know, and wanting to be true to our home, I had decided at the time, because I wasn't sure what I thought about it, I decided I needed to live with it for a little while and see, you know, what I wanted to do before I made any decisions, and ultimately decided that I definitely wanted to keep the wallpaper, and I'm very glad I did. I mean, it's not in perfect condition. You know, I've thought about like trying to hire an artist to restore it, but I don't know. I'm just planning right now to keep it the way it is. I do want to hopefully soon. I've done this. I did end up like painting below the chair rail way back when, and to, you know, kind of go with that scene. I'm ready to repaint the trim and the, you know, the lower half of the wall, but I need to just go and buy some paint and get that done. I've been kind of procrastinating on it just because, you know, I like painting, but also I don't. So anyway, I don't know. I started thinking about it. I thought, well, what if I buy these plates and they don't work in my dining room? I did get several plates, but they're likely to not be for the dining room. I'm going to use them for other things. So I'll share that with you when I get home. But I do know where to come, and I can come back here probably in a couple of weeks. If I decide, I need to hang up some plates that I already own next to the wallpaper and see. I think that would be smart before I invest in spending money. So anyway, that's crazy. What was interesting was when I was checking out, there was a gentleman checking out before me, and he was talking about the Old Country Roses pattern and the different back stamps on it. And I've never really researched Old Country Roses, although I have a china cupboard full of it. That was my china pattern that I picked out for my registry when I got married, and then my mother-in-law happened to have an entire set that I didn't even know about until after I got married. So I ended up with a lot of Old Country Roses, and he was talking about the back stamps on it and how there's, I think he said 4 different ones. And I asked him if he could explain it to me. So he was like telling me which, and then they actually showed me some examples of like the new stuff. And they were like, don't buy this new stuff because it's not worth anything. It's actually made in China. And I don't have new stuff because I haven't bought any in a really long time. But I've always loved my Old Country Roses, and I pull it out a lot during the holidays and things like that, or like for special occasions, birthdays, just anytime I want to make the table a little bit fancy. But I love it. And anyway, that was an interesting conversation. I'm going to have to go and see what back stamps I have on my china. And maybe if I have time this week, which I should, I think, I'll share with you my Old Country Roses pattern and see what I've got in there. They told me that certain stamps on the back were worth more. And so I'm curious as to what I have in my china cabinet. It made me think. So anyway, I am headed back to Kentucky tonight. I'm going to stop over to see Laura. We're going to go over to a field and do a photo shoot. I'm her photographer. She's actually a real photographer. She does she books sessions and everything, but you know, when she needs photos of her or her and her horse, I'm the one that gets the privilege of doing that. So I'm going to go and do a photo shoot with her. It's always so much fun. She's just beautiful and so photogenic and so comfortable in front of the camera. It's easy to take photos of her. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to head back to Kentucky, and later this week I will sit down and share with you what I got today. And then, you know, like maybe we can look at what the blue looks like against my wallpaper and check out my china, Old Country Roses china. I think that'll be fun. So I'll see you back home. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a few weeks since I've done a video. We've just had a lot of things kind of come up and be going on around here. And honestly, I just haven't been up to making any videos. So today I woke up and decided that it was time to make another video to get back in the swing of things. My brother-in-law was actually diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer about 3 weeks ago. And it was a pretty devastating, shocking diagnosis. We didn't expect it. I don't know, it's a long story. But anyway, ended up having just this really hard diagnosis. And that's been hard. So I felt kind of like, I don't know, you know, when life can be so heavy sometimes, and making videos about thrifting or antiquing or buying stuff just doesn't, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just felt kind of hollow to me. Anyway, I know that homemaking in and of itself is a worthwhile calling, a worthwhile endeavor, and caring for my home and making my home feel cozy and like home is something that is a worthwhile thing to do. I don't know, there's so much that goes into making a home, and part of that is decorating your house so that it feels warm and welcoming and cozy for the people that live there and for people who visit. Yeah, so anyway, it's hard to transition from from solemn to fun, but a few weeks ago, before all of this even happened, I was down in Chattanooga and had gone to the East Ridge Antique District, which is one of my favorite places to shop. And I went to one of the stores there, I think it was Noble Antiques and Collectibles. And I purchased a number of blue and white dishes. And I had the idea that maybe blue and white dishes would look good on my dining room walls. And so if you're new here and haven't heard this story yet, the dining room, and I'll give you a better picture here in a second, but the dining room has this like French or Italian mural on it. The house was built in 1949. And about 15 years ago, we had started ripping off the top layer of wallpaper. Originally, I was planning to paint, and like, I don't know, I think that the wallpaper was from the 60s or 70s. And as we started ripping it off, we discovered this mural underneath. And at the time, I was pretty shocked because it wasn't the direction I had like planned to go in. But I knew when I found it that I didn't want to just make a rash decision. I didn't know if I liked it or not. It has sheep and people and I don't know, it's just a very interesting wallpaper. And I believe that it's the original wallpaper that they probably put in our dining room when they built the house. So, I lived with it for a while and decided that I definitely needed to keep it. And I ended up painting the underneath the chair rail like a sage green to go with it. And it's been like that ever since. For a long time, I didn't know what to hang on the walls because it was already like art, and I didn't know how to kind of incorporate other types of art in with the art on the mural. And so it's just been kind of a challenge for me. I have like this gold mirror above the buffet, and I have like a portrait of my children over here and a couple of brass candle holders on the walls over here. And I don't know, a few weeks ago I had thought, well, maybe blue and white plates would look good on the walls. So I thought I'd try. And I picked up a number of blue and white dishes. I didn't actually get the ones that I wanted. I think I'm gonna end up going back and getting more. So I'll probably have to update you again later and see like what I decide to do. But I thought I'd show you with what I've got so far. I wish I had gotten bigger plates now. I just got saucers. I don't know, I kind of chickened out. At the time I didn't want to spend 20-something a plate. Now I wish I had just accepted the fact that that's probably what I'm going to have to pay if I want the plates that I want. So, yeah, but let me show you what I have, and then we'll talk more about the walls. I want to say that I paid probably $5.99, $4.99 for these two saucers each. Unfortunately, it's been too long ago and I couldn't find the receipt. But I think I'm sure that's close to what I paid. And then I got two of the same pattern in the larger size. Although these aren't stamped on the back. Maybe it's not the same pattern. I don't know, it's just similar. And I think I paid $7.99 for these. And I'll show you how I'm going to use these. I'm planning to use them under plants as plant trays. I think on a couple of my plants in the living room, I currently have clear pie plates that I had picked up at the thrift store a while back, and I thought I'd replace those with blue and white plates and just kind of elevate the look a little bit. And then these, the smaller ones, I'm also planning to use underneath some potted plants. Okay, and then I also picked up these 4 saucers, and I love this pattern. The floral around it is particularly pretty to me. And this is the Locks of Scotland, made in England. I love this pattern. I think it's just lovely. And I bought 4 of them. And I may hang these on the wall. Or maybe I'll do like a collage of them and get some larger ones too. Because I was thinking I should have gotten more blue plates. And you know, I don't know why I should have gone ahead and bought the bigger ones because they had lots of them. So I'm gonna have to go back. The These were, I want to say $8.99, something like that. They're like a salad plate size. And I bought 3 of these. Actually, maybe they were more than that. Yeah, no, I think they were $7.99. $7.99 or $8.99. And I got 3 of them in this size. So I wish I had gotten a couple of the larger ones. The larger ones, I think were running like $18 to $20 a piece. And I was so indecisive. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back. I will update you when I do. But I think I have to go back down in like another week for Emily's wedding shower. It's coming up on the 11th of May. So I'll be back in the Chattanooga area. I'm sure I'll go back and get some more of these plates. Need to stop being indecisive and just go with it. Okay, and then I had gone to the Carm store probably the same weekend that I originally went to Noble Antiques. So it's been a little while. And I picked up this set of 2. They were $8.99 for the set. And I just thought they were pretty. I liked the landscape scene here. And I don't know if they go, maybe they do. The blues are similar. And I should have shown you more of the detail on here. So my favorite part about it is the floral pattern around the edges, which to me, I don't know, this particular pattern just looks more expensive to me, even though maybe it's not worth any more than, say, like the Wedgwood. But I feel like this blue is too bright of a blue to go on these walls. But you see the comparison is kind of a lighter, or like a, not a lighter color. It's almost like a more muted blue. So, and these, I really love the floral pattern around them. It's got like this landscape scene as well with a little house back here. And I just think it's really, really sweet. They're all the same. Another one of my favorite patterns in blue and white dishes is the Liberty pattern. And I keep telling myself that one of these days I'm going to collect that set of dishes, maybe even just to eat off of. I really, really love the Liberty pattern. But I thought for the walls that this was a very pretty pattern. And I'm thinking about doing the wall back here. I'm going to show you here in just a minute. With like maybe a collage. And I should have gotten 2 or 3 of these in the larger size. So today I went to make this video and I thought I needed more plate hangers. So I ran over to Walmart here in town and they were completely sold out. So I jumped in the car, and the next store I have to drive over an hour to get to the nearest store if I can't find it here in town. So I drove all the way to Corbin, Kentucky, and went to Lowe's there, and they had the small size, they had the large size. I had loaded my cart up. I even got extras because I was thinking I've been buying plates. I need more. And I get to the checkout, and I start ringing them up, and there's an error comes across the screen. And then the associate comes over and she's like trying to fix it. And then she looks at it and she's like, oh, we can't actually sell these to you because they're not in our system. And I was like, but I drove over an hour to get here to buy these. And she went back, they discussed it. They came back out and told me that no, unfortunately they couldn't sell them because they weren't in the system. And then they went back to the plate picture hanger section of the store and tried to find me something else that would work in its place, and they couldn't find anything. So I've actually got to go scrounge around my house and maybe steal some plate hangers from other places in the house and and use those for today, and I guess order some. I don't know, but that was a little bit frustrating. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but anyway, just the fact that I had went that far to get specifically plate hangers and then could not buy them was a little frustrating. So that's okay. It's just the way things go sometimes. I did, while I was there though, this was good. I bought paint for this room, and I'm going to show you the paint I got. And I'm going to need your opinions in the comments below. So we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so let's look at the wall and see what we can do with these plates, and I'll see if I might hang some today. If not, I'll do another video on just hanging the plates. Okay, so I did not find enough small plate hangers, but I did find a few. So I'm gonna have to order some. I don't know why I've been having a problem finding them. It's never been a problem before. Okay, so I have 5 of the plates with hangers on them. And I don't know, I'm actually looking at the wall. It's this wall here. And I have this light switch. So maybe putting a collage here isn't a great idea. Maybe I should just do some plates here on the side. What do you think? I hate putting nails in the wallpaper unnecessarily. And maybe these plates are too small. If I were to do 3 of them, so hard to decide what to do. These are too small, aren't they? Okay, so what if, using this one as a placeholder for a different plate, what if I did a collage kind of in this pattern? Okay, here we go. It is another green, and from here it looks like it's very similar to what I have, but it's actually a darker green, if you can tell. So I'm gonna grab a paintbrush, and I'm not gonna paint the walls, but I'm just gonna do a little test. I actually really need to scrub the baseboards and everything, so I'm not going to paint the entire wall right now, but I thought I would grab the paintbrush and just put a little bit on there so you can see what it's gonna look like, and then I will kind of give you an update either in this video or in one of the next videos I do. Okay, so I need to really wipe down the walls and everything. I haven't done that yet, but I did want to get this video done, and I just wanted to share with you the color so you can be maybe looking in, and then I'll update you again in a few days when I get this done. Oh, I do think it's going to be good. I like it already. All right, let's see. I need to tape off the wallpaper. Well, should I paint the chair? Okay, so here's a question I have for you. Okay, so here's a question I have for you. Should I paint the chair rail the same blue-green color? I really like this color. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera what it's really going to look like. I think I need to turn off the chandelier. I'll give you another look here in a second. Okay, so I really want you guys to tell me your opinion. If I should keep, like if I should paint the white chair rail this color all the way up to the wallpaper, or if I should leave it white. Sometimes design choices can be scary. I know that paint is not permanent. Okay, so what do you guys think? I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. I've been putting off doing this for quite a long time. I've known it needed to be done for, it's been several years. And when we started renovating the house, there was just so much that needed to be done. And there's actually still so much that needs to be done that it's just kind of hard to figure out what to do next sometimes. And actually just finding the motivation when I'm really, really busy to take on a project. I'll be honest, a lot of times I just don't feel like it. So I don't know, I was motivated today. The sun was out. I was at Lowe's. I said, why not? And I'm glad I went ahead because I probably would have continued to put it off. So anyway, while I'm here, let me show you this chair I got. I found this chair on Facebook Marketplace a couple of weeks ago for $25. And it's in great condition. I thought it was just a sweet little chair. I needed something for this corner. And it's a little bit smaller than I had hoped. So I may end up eventually putting this in my bedroom. But for now, I felt like this was a good place for it. When I picked it up, the gentleman told me that this used to be his mother. He told me that this chair used to belong to his wife's grandmother. And, you know, they just didn't want it anymore. I think it has, this is what the back looks like. So I thought it was a great deal for $25. And my French chairs here, I'm gonna turn off the chandelier because it's just casting a really bad light. These French chairs are some of my favorite purchases ever. I feel like they fit this space really, really well. It's obviously Marlowe's favorite spot to sleep during the day. I got these on Facebook Marketplace and I paid $300 for the pair. I got these a few years ago, but I absolutely love them. And they were like in brand new condition. They're feather cushions, and probably why she likes to sleep there. I just thought of another question. Do these blue actually go with... Actually, maybe it will look really good with that. Oh, so many decisions. I don't like making mistakes. This is my shamrock plant, and I actually picked this up at an antique store a few weeks ago and forgot to include it in my haul video, but I just think it's so beautiful. This is the second one I have. I have another one in my kitchen window. And I thought I have it in this thrifted blue and white planter, and it doesn't technically need a plate, but I like to keep one as a barrier just in case. And I had been using a different saucer, so I think the blue and white just really pops, don't you? It's so pretty. Look at the flowers. I have another shamrock plant here in my kitchen window. Absolutely love. And I thought I would put this blue plate right here. Okay, I have this plant, and it currently has a clear glass pie plate underneath it that I had picked up at the Goodwill. Still has the price tags on it. Paid $2.99 for it. So I thought this might look a little dressier underneath this pot. Looks nice. Okay, and finally, I'm going to put this one in here under my Christmas cactus. I currently have a red transferware plate underneath it. It's very pretty. I've had this for probably 20 years. Okay. I think I have decided that I don't want plates on that wall. After all of that effort and thought process, I think I'm going to use the the salad plates that I bought in my breakfast nook. I was actually telling my daughter, one of my daughters last night, she was talking about how she has such a hard time deciding how to decorate. And it probably comes from a perfectionist mindset. But she feels paralyzed because she's not sure. And I told her last night, I said, you know, nothing is permanent. You can change your mind later. You can decide you don't like something you did. It's okay. And I encouraged her to just give herself permission to do something and then be okay with changing her mind. So that's a really great, if you struggle with knowing how to decorate, and you want to learn, obviously it's helpful to learn design principles and things like that, but it can be fun just to try new things and decide whether you like it or not. A good rule of thumb when you are hanging art is that you want the center of it often. This is not a rule always, but very often you want the center of the art to be about eye level. So about 5.5 feet high. Okay, I decided I like just 2 plates instead of 3. I think it was too high. Okay, so this is my breakfast nook. It's actually supposed to be a chair right here. I've been trying out wallpapers in here too, so I'm not done with this bookcase. And then I hung the little plates here. And I think that's a good spot for those. So one of my goals is for this wall here, I want to get a wall plate rack that might be kind of tall and put it here, because I don't have I don't need anything sticking out really far. But I thought that a narrow plate rack would work really well for this space. So it's got this narrow doorway from the mudroom. And I think that would make this wall kind of stand out and be a focal point. I'm actually not getting this wallpaper. Decided not to do that one. But we have the old phone, where the phone book would go right here, a little phone stand in here. And this table was actually my parents. They've been married for 50 years. We celebrated their 50th anniversary in August. And this table was their very first kitchen table. So that's really special. And these chairs actually, I actually have 4 chairs, but I keep 3 in here. I think we've moved one because we needed seating somewhere. But These chairs came out of my mother-in-law's house in Bluefield, Virginia, when she lived there, and I've had them for probably 15 years, and just love them. So anyway, this is my breakfast nook. I think this is where I'm going to end this video. It's probably way too long as it is, but if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it, and I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the dining room, the plate situation? Should I just leave the wall bare? So I would just love to hear your thoughts about it.